no disrespect him, but sometimes it's a little crazy that people talking about a small fighter like Charlo. He's big, which he's.
Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez are gearing up for one of the longest and most intense build-ups in recent boxing history. Both champions are preparing for a legacy-defining battle that's poised to become the fight of the year. For Crawford, the challenge is monumental. He's made a daring leap from the welterweight division to the super middleweight division in just 2 fights, a move few could have imagined. This bold transition highlights his ambition and readiness to take on the very best. As the anticipation builds, fans and analysts alike are eager to see if Crawford's unprecedented step up in weight will match up against the seasoned prowess of Canelo Alvarez. The stage is set for an epic showdown that promises to leave a lasting mark on the sport.
I tell you like this, the man must have seen something when he called to Canelo out, because you got to remember, bro called Canelo out. So he must see something in order for him to get that win, and he know he can win.
If there's one fighter who can pull off such an extraordinary leap, it's Terence Crawford. The Omer sensation has a rare talent for tuning out the naysayers, a skill he showcased before his battle with Errol Spence, leaving critics speechless and sidelining doubt for nearly 2 years. Now, as he moves up 2 weight classes to challenge Canelo Alvarez, Crawford is once again ignoring those who question his decision. If everything clicks, he could become the only male boxer to be undisputed in 3 weight divisions, a historic feat that will permanently etch his name in the annals of boxing history.
No make sense when you guys say that right now. At the end of the day, I don't want to have credit to face Crawford, but
To achieve this, many believe that the weight difference could be the deciding factor, a theory that might prove entirely off the mark when the night of the fight arrives. As Crawford meticulously prepares for this monumental challenge, Canelo Alvarez is also gearing up for his May showdown against William Skull. It's increasingly rare to witness 2 fighters of Crawford's and Canelo's caliber face off, given that together they boast over 100 fights.
First off, how excited are you about it, and break the fight down for us?
Well, I ain't gonna break the fight down for you because I don't want to get a game plan away. But I'm excited for Terence more than anything to get the fight that he wants, to show the world that he's great. He's great.
Numerous world championship titles and a slew of significant victories. In a bout as technical and intense as this, some argue that the weight disparity will tip the scales in one fighter's favor. However, come fight night, that factor may ultimately be rendered insignificant as skill, strategy, and determination take center stage.
It's a little crazy that people talking about a small fighter like Charlo. He's big.
Many experts believe Crawford should consider a tune-up fight at a 160 pounds catch weight to fine-tune his skills before the big bout. However, this isn't set in stone given the significance of his upcoming challenge. On the other hand, Alvarez might opt for extra rest to keep his body fresh, although his history suggests he doesn't usually take extended breaks. When it comes to choosing an opponent,
named you and Terence Crawford as one of the top 5 fights that he wants to see this year. Is that a fight that you're considering now?
We'll see. We'll see. Everything is possible. We'll see. We want to talk about it. Sit down.
William Skull seems to be the front runner. The IBF super middleweight champion has reportedly been in discussions with Canelo's team since the beginning of the year, positioning him as the likely candidate for the tune-up fight.
What do I think of that fight?
Yeah.
I think that, everybody knows that Crawford got the skills. I do think that Canelo's a little big for Crawford, and it'll be a tall task.
Canelo, now 34 years old, has shown no signs of slowing down. Yet in a recent conversation with Ring magazine, he hinted that retirement might eventually be in his future. He admitted, "I don't know, I'm clearly getting closer to retirement, but I feel better than ever. Maybe when I hit 38, it'll be the right time to start thinking about hanging up the gloves." Reflecting on his career, Canelo acknowledged that he's faced some difficult bouts and taken risks in fights he might not have needed to fight. He emphasized his love for the challenge and his passion for moving up and down in weight classes. "I never look at my record and say, I did this," he added, noting that his trainer constantly reminds him of his impressive achievements against world champions.
It'll be a lot you have to. It'll be a lot to get that victory based on size alone. Not that size win fights, but you got a guy that got size and skills. It'll be.
Canelo Alvarez secured a win over Edgar Banga in September 2024, and now reports indicate that his long-rumored bout with Terence Crawford could materialize as early as 2025. However, the future of this matchup remains uncertain for now, as both fighters have existing commitments that could affect scheduling.
Terence Crawford says he wants to fight Canelo. He's changed his tune. He said he's willing to move up 3 weight divisions. To me, that's kind of crazy, but that just shows you, like, man, the dog that's in Terence Crawford. If Canelo is victorious...
The likelihood of an agreement will depend on several factors, including contract negotiations and strategic decisions from both camps. It's rare for fighters to have shared the ring with both Crawford and Alvarez. In fact, the only man to have done so in a professional setting is Amir Khan, who experienced stoppage defeats against both stars. Khan has already offered his insights on how a potential Crawford versus Canelo fight might unfold, adding an interesting perspective to the ongoing speculation. Stay tuned as negotiations continue and the boxing world eagerly awaits confirmation of this epic showdown.
Terence Crawford will beat Canelo anytime. Anytime. Because
several fighters have sparred with both Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez, and now one of them has shared his perspective on how a fantasy matchup might unfold. Middleweight contender Kieran Davis, who even went the distance with Canelo rival David Benavidez back in November 2021, has first-hand experience with both fighters. Speaking to Mill City Boxing, Davis expressed his belief that a fight between Crawford and Alvarez
It's too much overall. Like, is that kind of the same thing with the Crawford and Canelo because of the weight classes, the weight between them?
Yeah, I believe so.
Would be incredibly challenging for Crawford. Canelo is a big guy. It's going to be a lot, Davis explained. He can take a punch, so you're not going to hurt him with just one shot. I don't think Crawford can land a single punch that will significantly damage him. Maybe he can cut an eye or get under his skin enough to frustrate him, but that won't be enough to secure a win. Davis's comments add an intriguing layer to the ongoing debate, as fans and analysts continue to speculate about the dynamics of this potential epic clash.
I love Crawford. He's a good friend. You know, we reach out to each other. We've been travel the world through the amateur program. He see me beat people up. I see him beat people up. He see me get beat up. I got beat up. We both.
Oscar de la Hoya has weighed in on a potential showdown between Canelo Alvarez and Terence Crawford, and his analysis is both candid and compelling. He believes Crawford has a monumental challenge ahead. Crawford has to get some flesh on his gloves and work on body shots. It's going to be a tall task, De La Hoya remarked. He acknowledges that while Crawford is renowned for his technical prowess and punching power,
Boot time to take over and start beating the guys around him. Prove that he's the best of that group. Bud is in a group above him. Bud don't need to come back down to 47 to meet him. That's crazy.
The physical challenge posed by Canelo cannot be underestimated. According to De La Hoya, Canelo's unique combination of size, strength, and versatility gives him a distinct advantage. Canelo can really fight. He has moves and traps. I'm not taking anything away from Crawford, but when you consider that Canelo is a bigger guy, one punch from him could make all the difference, he added.